Ladies and gentlemen, it is Saturday night. It is time for the PLE Patrol, and it is NXT Stand and Deliver. I've got myself, Chris Best, here with Chris Parrish and Bubba Duke here. Gentlemen, what are we looking forward to the most tonight?
I think I'm looking forward to Soul Ruca and Zaria. I want to see how they conclude everything. It's been a ride. It's been one hell of a lengthy kind of friendship tag team partnership, and let's see what they do to kind of give us that grand finale.
Wow. You know what? I'm honestly looking forward to some great NXT action. I don't get to catch it very often, but when I do, it's always two thumbs up. So, being Stand and Deliver, one of their biggest pay-per-views of the year, can't wait to see how everything turns out as we're graced with the presence of the legend, the Hall of Famer, HBK. What a way to start a show.
Yeah, and for me, I'm looking forward to Tatum Paxley and Blake Monroe. I mean, that promo on Tuesday was just fantastic between the two of them, and it just hooked me even more on their feud.
But we are graced with, in my eyes, the greatest performer to ever hit a pro wrestling ring, Shawn Michaels, not the GM, but really the boss of NXT.
Dude, this is going to be interesting.
Oh, Bubba's favorite artist is coming out.
Yep, Bubba's favorite rapper is coming out right now.
Bubba, I have questions. That's all I have to say.
I have questions.
Yep. NXT is live from St. Louis, Missouri. Same place SmackDown was at, so we also are happy to say in 2 weeks' time, WrestleMania is here.
This is
I
actually
call that a circle because I found it completely pointless.
Right, completely pointless. Give Shawn Michaels his 2 seconds on TV and get her out there to go, hi, I'm running the show, and leave. Hey, it's Joe Hendry. But I've been through this beautiful city of St. Louis, and I will tell you, one of the better cities that I've been in the States. Very nice people. So I'm glad that they got Stand and Deliver. Kind of wish it would have been like WrestleMania, but I mean, beggars can't be choosers, right?
I'll be very intrigued to see if NXT ever comes up north and like does a tour. Like I was blown away when TNA did it, but I mean when NXT does it, it'll be absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I would travel within Canada to go to it for sure.
I mean, it'd be nice to see NXT do a tour to the smaller markets for the WWE. Like, I hate to be biased, but come to our city. It'd be nice.
Well, see, when they had the original plans for our new arena, TNA was coming here, but then they chopped the top part of the arena off and said no. So did everybody else that was coming here.
Now, we do want to let everybody know that this is streaming on all major Turnbuckle Studios platforms of Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. We're also on my X account. And if you're on my X account and you want to help Turnbuckle Studios, please jump to either the Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch channel, please. And when you do, hit a like, hit a follow, hit a subscribe, hit a notification bell. It helps the channel, and it really, really does go a long way to help Turnbuckle Studios. And while you're there, go check out our beautiful link that's just right down below. We're making it more obvious for you. We're putting it right there, turnbucklestudios.org, the official webpage of Turnbuckle Studios and the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program. We're at 189 subscribers on YouTube. We'd love to hit 200 by WrestleMania. So please help us out. Get to 200. Let's get there by 2 weeks' time. We can do it. You can help. Please. All we ask is for a little bit of help.
Just a little help. So how are we feeling about the champions' chances of walking out with this title tonight in this fatal four-way?
Well, I would say he has a better chance than the the Las Vegas Raiders, because he has a quarterback chance and they don't.
I know Best over there doesn't want the champ to lose the title because that's his
You're
guy.
wrong.
Really?
You're wrong.
You're going against your boy.
Yeah, I think Tony D'Angelo could do it.
I never thought you would ever say that, ever.
I've been saying it for months. I think Joe Hendry loses tonight and he makes it to the main. He goes to the main roster after staying in the liver.
Okay. There's that match everyone's looking forward to, Sol Ruca.
But we're kicking it off with the women's triple threat NXT title match as Kendall Gray and Lola Vice battled each other on Tuesday's episode. Could not get a true winner as they both successfully tapped and pinned one another at the same time.
Wow.
Thus creating this triple threat against the champion Jacy Jayne, as we're going to see right away. But yes, Lola Vice versus Kendall Gray versus Jacy Jayne for that women's NXT title is your opening match.
Wow.
Yeah, and this is where I think Jacy Jayne's finally going to drop the title.
I have a really big feeling we're going to see Lola Vice win the title here. And I only say that because I believe Kendall Gray is still your Evolve Women's Champion.
Mm-hmm.
And I know it's not against WWE and NXT to have multiple titles on a person. However, I do think it makes no sense to have your NXT and Evolve champion be the same person, because if you pin one, you're almost saying that title is equal to the other. And I don't think that's really fair to the NXT women's title.
Plus, it would give a feud for Lola Vice to have the moment the match ends, because let's say Kendall Gray goes after Lola Vice for another shot.
The only way I would see it is if Kendall Gray does win, and then on Tuesday or whatever next episode of Evolve, she goes and relinquishes the title.
Okay.
Kind of like Stephanie Vakir did with the Women's North American Championship.
I think that's great that she's the AAA mixed tag champion. That's pretty cool.
Alongside Mr. Iguana.
A little AAA representation is always nice to have in WWE. This proves where that company's headed.
Well, I mean, they should be. They are owned by WWE.
Exactly.
Mhm.
But again, like it kind of goes back to before the pandemic when we heard the rumors of there being perhaps NXT Japan, NXT Mexico. That didn't really go into fruition. In fact, we actually saw the demise of NXT UK with the pandemic.
Yeah.
And because of that, a lot of talent migrated to the States, became a member of NXT. Look no further than at that point, your current cruiserweight champion in Jordan Devlin, now JD McDonough.
Yeah.
But then we also saw multiple people exit the company. And yes, I know there's more examples of people like Gunther, who's then Walter, and even Pretty Deadly. And even like just so many. But the point is like the ability to grow NXT into a global, more kind of featured product kind of diminished. And then when you saw the acquisition of AAA, now WWE finally has a system in Mexico. And when you use all your Mexican representation, all your Spanish speaking representation, that really helps AAA in the long haul. And it really helps WWE get associated with the AAA audience and the culture.
Yeah. That's the big issue, is getting into the culture and the culture accepting who you are as, say, WWE.
And
But yeah,
from
having a lot of Spanish speaking performers, wrestlers, superstars, whatever you want to call them, really opens that door a lot more for WWE to be in there. And then
Yeah.
AAA title right here on our screen. Who thought that would happen 3 years ago?
and from everything I've seen since the acquisition back in July, the AAA fans have just graciously accepted it.
Yeah, they've been pretty open armed about.
Wasn't that the acquisition around WrestleMania last year?
Yeah, it was just before WrestleMania last
Yeah.
year. They announced it like what, a week before?
I think they officially announced it on the pre-show of WrestleMania Night 1.
Okay.
But look at Kendall Gray sporting her Shawn Michaels inspired ring gear.
That it is.
As her friend and fellow women's speed champion Ren St. Clair is by her side.
I like that speed belt. That's pretty cool.
If we want to talk about someone who is very inspired by Shawn Michaels, look no further than the current champion, Jacy Jayne. We see those red circular glasses, very reminiscent of Shawn Michaels when he was on the Heartbreak Hotel.
Yeah.
Has the red, and the red really is because of Shawn Michaels. She's had many gears inspired by Shawn Michaels, and there she is, accompanied by Fatal Influence Henley.
And that leather jacket is very reminiscent of HBK in the early years, like when he turned on Marty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he had the plain biker jacket. Yeah.
Well, and let's not forget that it was Jacy Jayne and back then Gigi Dolan when they were part of Toxic Attraction, and when that faction split up, they split up, and everybody wanted to know who's going to be the Shawn Michaels and who was the Marty Jannetty. Ever since then, Gigi Dolan has left the company, and Jacy Jayne found herself not only to be multiple-time NXT Women's Champion, but actually a Knockouts Champion at the same time, becoming the first woman to have both titles at the same time. You can easily say Jacy Jayne was your Shawn Michaels of that situation.
Oh, easy, hands down, like no arguments at all. This woman has definitely stepped up to the plate, and every time hits a grand slam. Every time.
Yeah. And the other female there is Lainey Reed. She did replace when the previous member
Ja-
decided to depart.
Jasmine Nix.
Yeah.
I know you mentioned that you could see Jacy Jayne move up. I 100% think she will, but I also see Fallon Henley potentially going up as well. And if I'm doing that, I think I might as well bring up the entire group. But at the same time, I wouldn't be completely against the idea of just Fallon and Jacy Jayne going up and showcasing what they can do and being a part of that women's tag team division, because I would love them to be the team to attack Lyra and Bayley if they were to win the tag titles at WrestleMania on either the Raw or the Raw after Mania.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I can get behind that. That'd be interesting to see. That would shake that division up big time.
Yeah. Now, Jacy Jayne was the only member in this match or in the ring who was a part of this year's Women's Royal Rumble match.
Okay, good to know. There's a lot of accomplishment in this ring, I would say, from all these women.
Well, yeah, and Fallon Henley, also former speed champion on the women's side, who lost it to Ren Sinclair. She was also a former women's North American champion.
Okay. Oh, man. Wow.
Kind of figured that this is how this match was going to start.
I was just going to say, do we see that happening a lot in this match with these two women just taking the champion out of it?
I would say yeah, because I do think there's a lot of unfinished business between Kendall Gray and Lola Vice based on that Tuesday's match. They both defeated each other, and because of that, there's no definitive one of who's better between the two. And as competitors, you want to have that definitive thing. It's easy to say both of these competitors would much rather have had a one-on-one title match, yet because of their inability to win the match per se on Tuesday, like from a definitive way, we're in this triple threat scenario.
And that's why I think that if Jacy Jayne does lose the championship tonight, that whomever wins the title, the other woman who wasn't the other woman, goes after whomever wins that championship.
Provided that person isn't the one who is pinned. But I do think if Jacy Jayne is to lose this match, she's most likely going to be the one who gets pinned.
Mm-hmm.
But imagine if this is the case where Kendall Gray is going to be a future women's world champion on Raw and SmackDown. Let's not forget. She is very new to the business, but she is very, very good.
Wow.
I like how she kept on top of Lola Vice there after the kick out. Just locked her right back in, right into that front face lock.
I would love to see Kendall Gray against Lyra Valkyria.
Whoa, that'd be cool. Yeah, I was going to say, how many times are you going to get away with that before somebody gets smart to that idea?
I mean, it did work twice. It just...
Wow.
Lola really reminds me of a modern age Selena Vega.
Okay. I can see that.
Do something, Lola. Let's go. There we go. That's kind of where I stand with Lola Vice. There's a little too much hesitation still in her game where, like, I do not want to see her as champion because I still think she has growth. I think a North American title better suits her right now.
Okay.
Or at least a chase to that title. But it's why I think she's part of the AAA to get those reps, and I do think she has a lot of potential, but there's just too much hesitation left in her game for me to think she is ready to carry a division.
I can appreciate that honesty. I haven't watched enough of her her matches to give that kind of opinion, but I have just in this match caught a little hesitation in certain moves that were supposed to happen kind of rapidly. They were a little slower. So,
But it's
whoa,
funny though that like we were seeing that on NXT, but and Parrish, you and I have talked about this off stream, but when I watch her on AAA, I don't see that hesitation. And I know that the styles are like night and day for the wrestlers there. There's a little bit more freedom in AAA as opposed to NXT per se.
Well, I mean, in North America, it's just more of a story-based
yeah,
psychology, and that's where you have to understand to slow things down, get the crowd on your side, make sure that they're invested. If your crowd's not invested, then your match means absolutely nothing in North America. You get a little bit more freedom when you go out of the country, because if you go to Japan or even Mexico, where the style could be a little bit more hard hitting in Japan, but a little bit more quicker in Mexico, it's more of that visual art, whereas this is more theatrical.
you think the fact of 3 letters being above the NXT makes you a little nervous as well? Like you have to perform at a certain level, make you a little nervous.
Well, I think by now, I think a lot of people aren't nervous per se about the company they work for. I think it's more of the nervous of making the company appreciative and supporting of what you do. I think there's a different kind of nerves.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, all 3 women still have a lot to prove in this business, as I'm sure all 3 of them will say. NXT is not where I want to be in. I want to be in a position to main event a WrestleMania. I want to be the women's world champion, either on Raw or SmackDown. But as of right now, like there's that progress. It's like any other sport. If you're not in the major league, yes, you're going to do everything you can to be the best of where you at, but you still want to move on.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. Kind of the same thing as if you're not here to win a title, what are you here for? Kind of deal. You're not here to be the best of the best. Why are you here? So I get it. I understand.
No, another theory I had with Jacy Jayne and even Fallon Henley is if they were to move up, I would love to see the friction between Julia and Kiana James, to where Kiana James ditches Julia, and then she brings up maybe Fatal Influence as her big acquisition. And could you imagine the trio of Kiana, Jacy Jayne, and Fallon Henley on SmackDown?
Wow. What a neck breaker, man. Right in the ropes. I was, oh, 2. Oh, it was almost 3.
And let's not forget, with Fatal Influence there, this is no disqualification. Ren Sinclair is in the same position. She can help Kendall Gray as much as she wants. They're not going to get disqualified in this match based on that interference.
But I gotta wonder, at what point does the referee get fed up with their interference and throw them out?
Is that this is a triple threat, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So the rule is there is no, you can have outside interference, no? The triple threat?
It's not. Yeah, it's not a result of a disqualification, but the official still has the decision to throw anybody out if they see fit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm just for people that don't know.
And we've seen that in triple threat matches where the referee has thrown the manager out because they got fed up with them trying to interfere in the match.
Oh, what a power bomb! Oh, she tried. Lola Vice tried. Both people for a pin off of that. Wow. Oh, that was an angle slam off the top and a power bomb. Holy. Whoa. Just lighting Jacy Jayne up with that.
Yeah, Lola Vice's MMA just impresses me. I mean, she was an MMA fighter before she came to the WWE.
Should have got that cover, but Jacy Jayne with her kind of ring awareness just rolled out of the way of that.
Check out that snap on that German suplex.
Right? No, wasn't
Right?
that? Wow. Another good German suplex. Jeez, there's another one. Oh, that would have been three if Lola Vice would not have interfered. That would have been three. Wow.
Yeah, but Lola was well aware of it.
Wow.
Yeah, but Jacy Jayne didn't have all the pressure over those legs. She did allow the left side and the left
Yeah.
arm of
I,
Kendall Gray open there.
Mhm.
like, that was, in my eye, that was really close. As they're showing more matches that are coming up tonight. I can't even keep up with that ticker on the bottom there.
Yeah, we still have 5 more matches. We have both the men and women's NXT title match. We have the men's North American title match.
Yep.
Or sorry, the both men and women's North American title match. The men's Fatal 4-Way. We still have a tag team title match, and still Sol Ruca versus Zaria.
Wow.
But I mean, all the matches are just in our description. So if you're
Yeah.
curious, check it out.
You're right.
Now, we talked about
Oh.
the referee possibly being sick of Fatal Influence and their interference. At what point does Ren Sinclair get involved and say, look, I'm sick and tired of you guys trying to get in?
Well, I would
Get
say
involved.
this. I think if Ren Sinclair does, it's only going to make sure that it benefits Kendall Gray. I don't think she cares too much about Lola Vice. Not saying there isn't maybe a care, but I think she's more focused on helping out her friend and stablemate.
Oh. What a kick to the head. Oh, I thought that was the other Fatal Influence members getting involved right there, but it was.
That's what I thought too,
Jayne.
Bubba.
What a kick. That one hurt her foot. Oh, the ankle lock. Oh, is she going to tap out?
Now, what happens if we get maybe a finish where both Lola Vice and Kendall Gray get it on Jacy Jayne at the same time?
Why are we having issues here? Come on.
Oh, your screen keeps blacking out too?
Yeah. Got the ankle lock back in even after the reversal. And here comes Lola. Got her in a sleeper. Okay, so she let go of Jacy Jayne. Wow. Oh,
Could we see the same thing that happened on Tuesday?
Yep.
Oh my goodness, Jacy Jayne.
But understand, if there is two submissions or two falls at the same time, they will null and void each other.
Yeah, and I'd have to assume. I was going to say, I'd have to assume that Jacy Jayne successfully retains the title in that situation.
I mean, what amazing reversals we have seen in this match. Just put your arm over and you get the pin right here. Oh, she put her foot up. Oh, Lola
put her
put it
foot
up for her.
Hey, sometimes great defense just wins.
You got to do what you got to do. Oh.
And here comes Ren Sinclair for Lola Vice.
Oh, nice.
I wouldn't say that's for Lola Vice.
I think that's just her being sick and tired of them interfering.
It clearing both of them out of the ring side. Oh, and then Lola gets taken out by Jacy Jayne.
Yeah, but now we have a straight up triple threat match. No BS at ringside.
Yeah, now Jacy Jayne seems very lost without her teammates there with her. Wow. That was a beautiful moonsault off the top of the ring post, basically to the outside. What?
Oh,
But Lola grabbed her
the
before.
announcers also said Kendall Gray did relinquish the Evolve Women's Championship.
She did. Yeah, you heard that, eh?
Yeah. I was not aware of that. That does change a lot for me now.
Oh my God, what a punch. Back fist. Wow.
And Lola Vice takes the win.
I'm 1 for 1.
Wow. I'm not upset about that. First ever Cuban American NXT champion. Good for her. Wow.
And now, like
If
I
this
said,
is-
based on what happened on Tuesday, this could set up Kendall Gray in a rematch with Lola Vice somewhere down the road.
It could. But if this is just the opening match.
But let's not forget that there are 2 episodes of NXT before there's a WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
So does Jacy Jayne get maybe her rematch and one final shot too?
The possibilities are endless, my friend. There's another one of those Mania Club things.
And now we got the Vanity Project as they're getting ready to defend their NXT Tag Team Championships against Los Americanos.
This is great.
And there's more AAA representation.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Again, yeah. Hi, puppy.
Now, since we're getting a little bit of WrestleMania coverage, we'll give you a little bit of Turnbuckle Studios coverage here right now. So if you want to see what is going on every single day of the week, going from Sunday to Saturday, check this out right now.
Turnbuckle Studios and the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program bring you the week of streams. All times are in Eastern Time. Monday nights you get the Locker Room Breakdown at 7 p.m., followed by the Raw Patrol at 8 p.m. Tuesday brings you the flagship show, Turnbuckle Talk, at 8:05 p.m. Wednesday we play games with the PlayStation Showcase at 8 p.m. Thursday we go TNA as we brace for Impact at 9 p.m. On Fridays, join us for the SmackDown Security Detail at 8 p.m. The weekend brings you Saturday Night Gaming at 8 p.m. On Sunday, be sure to catch the Chris Parrish podcast at 12:15 p.m. And later that night, we have the Borsnist at 8 p.m. Be part of the shows and join the chat every day. And please visit turnbucklestudios.org.
That's right, everyone. If you want to go and check out that link right down there below, it doesn't even have to ticker because it's right there down below in black and white. Literally, it's in the font black and outlined in white. Turnbucklestudios.org. And if you just want to hit a /shows after that, that is your best direct way to go and pick whatever show you want to see. And guess what? On turnbucklestudios.org, we make sure the latest episodic show is already uploaded because it's that easy. So all you have to do is click turnbucklestudios.org right now or after the stream's ended. Either one is fine.
It's usually uploaded pretty quick. Within like the next hour or so after your show ends, it's pretty well uploaded. It's great. So the match we have coming up next, gentlemen. Do we know which one it is?
It's the NXT Tag Team Championship.
Okay. Who's winning it?
Vanity
Champions
Project.
retain?
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go Vanity Project to retain.
Okay. I'm going to go just because I'm lucha to the bone. I'm going with Los Americanos to win. You know, because I got to play that role. Plus, how cool would that be if they won? Really?
I mean, the way I look at it, they do their stuffs on Raw and AAA. I don't really need to see more of them on NXT. But I really don't. Like, it's already confusing enough. Are they heels in WWE, faces in AAA? They're kind of both in NXT. I will tell you what I am liking when I watch. I like watching how the Vanity Project is coming together and becoming its own group. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not a disliker of Los Americanos, but I can see the original El Grande Americano perhaps helping out the Vanity Project to retain these titles.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
He wouldn't be doing it for the Vanity Project. He'd be doing it just so he can take out Bravo on his own.
Awesome. No. So these gentlemen here, the champions, are fairly new as a tag team, or they've been around for a while.
They've been around for a little while. They spent time in Evolve and then
Okay.
came up to NXT.
Yeah. Yeah, Evolve now is kind of the breaking ground to get into WWE, whereas NXT is kind of that company now that puts you on like live television, really gets you shaped for the Raws and SmackDown. So it's almost like its own developmental system.
Oh wow. Okay.
I know a lot of people look at NXT as the true developmental system, but when you really take the dive, it is Evolve that kind of preps you for NXT. So NXT is just that breeding grounds for the main roster, whereas Evolve is the breeding grounds for NXT.
Yeah,
That's
it's
good. Okay.
Evolve is basically a retooled version of NXT Level Up.
I mean, it's good to see that we have what I like to call stepping stones to get somewhere within wrestling instead of just trying to get noticed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's also a place where anybody who has the WWE ID contracts, they get exposure by wrestling on Evolve.
Okay. Okay. That I didn't know, so that's good to know.
Now, if you want to know a little bit more about the individuals of Vanity Project or Bubba Duke, the ones in this match are Brad Bayer and Ricky Smokes, as Jackson Drake is the one on the outside.
Okay.
Mhm.
Wow, that was a good slap. Holy.
You will see that every member does have their initials on their gear.
Yeah, so you'll see that
Ooh,
Ricky there just took the bottom turnbuckle to the face, and Brad is the one hanging out on the apron.
okay. Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that intel because, like I said before, I'm not a huge watcher of the NXT. I'm usually busy doing things, but when I do get to watch, it's nice to know who they are.
I mean,
Whoa!
that's the beauty of Netflix, right? Is after
Yeah.
Netflix after NXT airs live, you can watch it whenever the heck you want.
Oh. Oh. That was a field goal. That was a hard kick.
I don't think that if they're kicking, I don't think the direction of that was going to go up. So if that's a field goal, then I want to play you in football right now.
Yeah. Oh, I can guarantee you I will not win. Oh. The the young fella, Brad, I guess, is on the outside. Now he's jumped back in. He reminds me of somebody, like old school somebody. I just can't put my finger on it.
I mean, in a weird way, it kind of reminds you of a young Billy Gunn from the Smoking Guns,
Yeah.
just especially with that hair.
I was just going to say it's the hair.
I was gonna go with a young Jacques Rougeau from the Fabulous Rougeaus because Jacques rocked that hairstyle for a time.
Did he?
Yeah,
Whoa, what a big insult. Holy cow. Whew, that was almost three. Oh, what a spear through the ropes. Ooh, almost three.
Do love the facials that we do get from Mr. Smokes. Like, he tells a story with his facial reactions, and that's a sign of someone that cares about the inner details of storytelling.
Which is good in wrestling. If you don't have good facial reactions to stuff, there is no point.
Like, I think this would be a great drinking game if you're able to, like, if you're at the event, but counting how many times Booker T invades the personal space of Vic Joseph.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Take a drink for every time Booker T invades the personal space.
Every time he's sitting too close to the guy?
No, it's just like, he just puts his head right there.
Oh,
Like, it's actually quite funny.
I've never paid attention to it. I'm not a Booker T guy, so I just kind of ignore him. Now you're going to have me paying attention now. I'm going to be like, oh, it's annoying.
Or even how often Booker T kind of like interjects himself when Vic Joseph has something important to say. Seriously,
It's something completely useless.
This past Tuesday, you would have gotten super hammered with how often he did that.
Wow. I'm going to agree. Textbook tag team wrestling right now with your Vanity Project teammates here. They're doing amazing.
Now, let's not forget, Vanity Project still in the world of WWE, very, very new, still a lot to learn. But, Bubby, you have to admit, from what you've seen, they are still fun to watch. They're still a very polished tag team, knowing that there's still so much room to grow.
That's kind of scary when you say it that way. That they have so much room to grow still, but they're showing very veteran aspects in their tag team ability. The constant tagging back and forth, keeping their opponent cut off from his side of the ring, just all that basic old school tag team wrestling. Oh, he made it to the other side. That's okay. Here we go.
And based off everything I'm seeing right now, I could easily see in about 4 or 5 years the Vanity Project being a headlining tag team.
I'll agree with that. If they keep this upward curve of the learning curve that they're doing, hands down, headliners. Oh, countered that.
What's going to be scary is when these guys put on that like extra 20, 30 pounds of muscle, which become older.
Yeah.
Like, they're just going to be giants.
Booker T doesn't have a clue who's in the ring. What in the world, Kendall? That was cool. Oh, just saved his team. Wow. Okay, here we go. Oh, he just dove straight out of the ring. Oh, that was close.
Oh, going for the mask now.
Come on, don't do that. Don't do that. Uh-oh. Yeah, we've seen this. Come on.
I didn't see anything. I don't know what you're talking about.
My question is, why doesn't Jackson Drake get involved?
I mean,
To be fair, you think he would have seen what El Grande was doing over there.
Well, El Grande Americano's getting really close to him. Well, Smokes just took that object and put it in his trunks.
crowd's behind them. Holy.
Oh, I thought they had him.
Oh, that was so close.
Oh,
Wow. That'll break a finger.
the evil Matt Damon.
You heard that, eh?
Oh, yeah.
He does look like Matt Damon, doesn't he?
Younger version, yeah.
Goodwill Hunting Matt Damon, basically.
Yes. Oh my goodness, they kicked out again.
El Grande looked like he was beside him, so we didn't know what to think about that.
At some point, you think these guys are going to get involved, though.
Mm-hmm.
You would think at some point.
Like right now, maybe?
Oh!
What a bump.
Jeez.
Really? That's what they're doing?
I mean,
The Vanity Project retains.
you gotta do what you gotta do to retain your title. I'm not upset about that.
I'm not either, but like, really, St. Louis? You boo that, but not the attempt of cheating on the other team?
Because they were behind the other team.
It'd be like if somebody cheated in a match against Eddie Guerrero.
I am not putting this group in the same class of Eddie Guerrero.
Not even.
Okay, but I'm putting the fan reaction into that group. That's what I'm talking about.
Yes, but by that process, though, you are comparing people to Eddie Guerrero.
No, I'm not.
It was a good match.
because those people wouldn't be reacting similar if it's not
True.
Eddie Guerrero.
I get it is what it is. They did what they had to do to retain their titles. You can't be mad about it, really.
No, I like the Vanity Project. They just still need a little like. I want to see them capitalize on situations a little better, though.
Okay. I can see that. Whoa.
Yeah, this was the 10-man tag that happened on the pre-show.
Oh, good old Hank and Tank. Wow.
I wish that Hank and Tank, if Vanity Project didn't have the tag titles, I wish that Hank and Tank still had them.
I wouldn't be surprised if Hank and Tank are a team that maybe we see up a Raw and SmackDown. Because boy, does their tag team division need some fresh blood.
Right?
They'd add some fun to the tag team division, that's for sure. Because we've got Shiloh Hill and Tatum Paxley talking right now. It's Shiloh Hill. He's starting to grow on me a little bit here.
God, keeping it inside there, Bubba.
Interesting. Very interesting.
All right. Well, as we know, Ruca and Zaria is next. But you know what? We asked earlier about help. We did mention that there's a little bit of help going on in the WWE, but we can also add a little bit of help. If you want to go to turnbucklestudios.org, you want to hit that join section. That's right. You can fill out an application and see if you want to become the next person involved in the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program. But don't take my word. Check out this video.
A Turnbuckle Affiliation program is looking for more people. If you have passion level for pro wrestling, sports, video games, or something else, then Turnbuckle Studios is the place to be. If you have ever wanted to pursue content creation and want to join our team, then we would love to have you. Check out turnbucklestudios.org or contact us by email today because your future is now, and we want you to tap in.
That's right, everybody. Turnbucklestudios.org/join. That will be ticking right down there below. All you have to do is go right there for your direct contact to hit that application and see if you want to become a next person in the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program. All you have to do is just tap in and start your next journey. So, Bubba, I want to ask you, what were your thoughts of that on the Vanity Project?
Good. I'm looking forward to the growth that they're going to have and where they end up in the next year, maybe two. I noticed a couple of things that need to be worked on, but it wasn't huge. It was just a matter of stepping into that spot a little quicker. The little bit of a delay between a couple of spots, which was, I mean, it's nothing huge, but it's something that if you're going to be a headline tag team, you can't have that. And I could see them being the headline tag team in a couple years with the proper development, which they're going to get in NXT. So they're in the best spot to get that. Oh, we're watching. Okay, they're just showing some more commercials. But hey, man, first time seeing them, 2 thumbs up. Great tag team, doing things the right way, from what I can see. So let's go.
WWE World coming down for WrestleMania. It's always their thing. I mean, they have it during the Royal Rumbles and the SummerSlams as well. But interesting to know, John Cena going to appear on Undertaker's podcast coming in.
That's going to be interesting.
And look no further. We talked earlier about WWE and NXT, and no stranger to 2 titles on the same person.
Right?
Yeah.
Ruca right there. Now, I know like the easy answer is Sol Ruca on this because in most cases, a story ends with the good guy winning. But I wouldn't be shocked if Zaria picks up the win tonight. How do you two feel about it?
I'm going to have to agree with you on that one because I think, Parrish, you had mentioned the idea of Sol Ruca possibly going to the main roster at some point too. Zaria still needs some time down in NXT, so why not give her the win? And then you put her on this dominant run where she can eventually go after Lola Vice for the women's championship.
Wow. And I'm going to... I don't think Sol Ruca's going to lose it tonight. I just don't see it happening. There's just... I don't know, there's too much story still to be told, I think, between these 2 women. Have a little bit of a back and forth for a little longer. And then, yeah, why not take Sol Ruca up to the main roster and have her friend follow her there eventually and have there be a storyline between them on the main roster somewhere at some point, like, hey, just because you made it here before me doesn't mean you're better than me kind of thing. So I would gladly have what's her name, Sola? Prove me wrong. Zaria, sorry.
You're
Prove me wrong and win it.
You're thinking of their tag team name, Sol or
yeah, I was. You're very true.
Zaruka.
Yeah, I was too. But if she proves me wrong, I'll be the first one to admit that I was wrong. But I don't think she has the ability to one up her friend just yet. Just yet. Oh, she put the challenge out there. Okay. Wow. Oh, that's an epic view right there.
Mm-hmm.
Walking into St. Louis like that was cool.
Standing atop the arch as the city collapses around her.
Right? Isn't that cool? That's pretty neat. Smart, too, on her part.
Almost seeing an upgrade in the presentation from Zaria.
Yeah. Wow. Huh. Completely different look from the video package. Oh, not wasting a minute. Soul Ruca coming in here. Holy.
This old Ruca wearing vintage Anaheim duck colors.
And I was just going to say that.
That
I'm
teal
assuming
and
she's from
eggplant
California?
combination. I mean, she is a California girl, so
There you go.
repping a team from the OC makes a lot of sense.
Whoa. Okay. That is a lot of anger in that woman. Holy.
There's a lot of anger between both these women, to be honest with you.
Whoa. Ouch.
Ooh.
You might want to move, Booker.
Well, he's probably looking at Sol Ruca's outfit and going, shucky ducky, quack, quack.
Oh, my goodness.
Nice, beautiful back body drop by Zaria right there.
Yeah. Ooh. Kick to the stomach just rattled her entire body. Man. That's one way to choke somebody out. Whoa.
I guess too, like another woman that I was thinking that could also be right in line for challenger Lola Vice is Izzy Dane. We haven't seen much of her since she lost the North American Championship and had that return match against Tatum Paxley, but
Okay.
I think you're right there, Parrish, because I do recall. I think it was you at the last NXT watch along we did. You had mentioned Izzy Dame possibly getting a shot at the heavyweight title after she dropped the belt to Tatum Paxley as well.
Well, the women's championship. We do not put the term
Yeah.
heavyweight in front of the ladies.
Whoa. Oh. Whoa. Nice drop kick.
I'm really enjoying the match here with these two. I mean, they definitely have a completely added aggression, and there's just a lot more intensity in this match than we've seen from the women's championship match, but then also that tag team match. There's a lot of desperation in each match, but the aggression and definitely that added emotion. I mean, but then again, these two were former best friends, and at some point we were asking for these two to be women tag team champions.
Right.
Yeah, and what I like about this match too is the story that they're telling, that they know each other's maneuvers and they're able to reverse and get out of them. And I'm seeing a lot of reversals and all that between the two of these women.
Whoa.
That for sure was not reversed.
Yeah, no. I'm going to agree with you as well, Parrish, that the intensity that these two are, that little extra intensity that they're giving because of that history, you can feel it. Like, neither one of them wants to lose to the other one. Neither one of them wants to say, you know, hey, enough's enough, I'm done. They just want to destroy each other. And you can feel it. Like, look at this stare down we're getting. Wow. Oh. Like, even the slaps seem extra. Like, this is crazy. I'm glad I'm watching this program with you guys. Thank you again for inviting me. This is incredible.
I mean, every time NXT has a PLE on, they blow it out of the park. I mean, we can always go and reminisce on those amazing takeovers, which a lot of people would say were the best shows of the weekend, including anything WWE put on. But now I think NXT is kind of like, they kind of are in that initial TNA status when it's nothing but good quality, but you're just not looking at these individuals of household names quite yet.
Either like borderline right there, household, getting ready to be household names. And you keep having pay-per-views like this, you're going to be a household name pretty damn quick.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Well, and just last year's Stand and Deliver main event match, every single one of those members are in WrestleMania this year.
For real?
Oba Femi defeated Javon Evans and Trick Williams in the main event last year, where Oba Femi is primed to take on Brock Lesnar. Trick Williams is taking on Sami Zayn for the U.S. Championship, and Javon Evans is in that ladder match for the Intercontinental title.
Wow, I forgot about that, yeah.
And then we also had Stephanie Fakir defeating Julia, who are now two champions on the main roster. Stephanie Fakir takes on the 2026 Women's Royal Rumble winner and Liv Morgan.
Wow.
Jada Parker and Jordynne Grace were also in that match, and Jordynne Grace, as we know, is on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Sol Ruca is, I think, primed to be a main roster call up soon, as it was almost complete. Like, it was almost a sure thing back in 2025, and as we saw, like, she was also involved in the Women's Royal Rumble this year.
Oh, we landed right on that.
And then it was Hank and Tank defeating Fraxium last year for the tag team championships. We know Fraxium is a part of the SmackDown tag team scene.
Oh,
the Soul Snatcher.
did you do that? Oh,
But it is on that middle part that has the rugs. Not saying it gives you much cushion, but it does give you a little bit.
did you hear that sound of them hitting that? Oh my goodness. I'm going to be chanting NXT in here in a minute too, crowd. Don't worry. Oh my goodness. Whoa, look at that.
That's a beautiful shot. We got Sol Ruca
That was
struggling to get up.
epic.
But the look on Zaria's face, just like, I'm going to kill you. She stood up.
That was the perfect serial killer movie, slasher movie move when they come up like that. And
Mhm.
you're just like, that's the next person that's going to die.
It's like that.
Oh, another soul snatcher. Oh my God, out of nowhere.
To use an example, that shot was a lot
Oh.
like in the first Halloween movie when Jamie Lee Curtis thought she took Michael Myers out. Then Michael Myers does that Undertaker sit up, and nope, we're not done yet.
Oh my God, that was incredible. But yeah, you're
We
not
just
wrong.
saw Zaria kick out from the Soul Snatcher in the ring. Not a lot of people have kicked out of that this late in a matchup.
Man.
Much less two of them, to be fair.
Oh, that was the kiss of death right there.
That's one thing about Sol Ruca's game that she needs to be a little bit more aware of is that when she does do those high risks, that's exactly what they are, a risk.
Yeah, right. Like, what do you got to do to beat this woman? Exactly what's going through her head right now.
It also looks like pure rage just going through her head right now.
It's like watching when that evil villain in a movie is thinking, what do I have to do? And that master plan clicks.
Right?
Mhm.
That face.
Is she trying to sucker her in? Oh, wow.
And this is also a story again they mentioned from last year. It was that ladder match where Sol Ruca and Zaria were on top of the ladder, and it was Sol Ruca who used the innocence to get to the advantage.
Yep. Wow. Like, just throwing haymakers.
And to be fair, all last year, Zaria has every right to be upset and mad here because she basically took a back seat to a lot of what Sol Ruca accomplished last year.
It's another soul snatcher. Yeah. Sol Ruca takes the win.
Yeah, I mean, it's very hard pressed not to have your hero win that bit story at the end.
Yeah.
But the question is, if Sol Ruca is going up to a Raw or SmackDown and Zaria stays in NXT, where does she go from here? Because that is a very huge loss for her, and it's almost a redefinition of what Zaria is moving forward.
You might have to rebuild her and reestablish her as the dominant woman that we once knew her as.
But in that same breath,
Mm.
this is the match Zaria needed to really break out and be that single star. She has been in that tag team and that pairing, as she has said in the lead up video. She wasn't necessarily Zaria. She was just Sol Ruca's partner.
Mhm.
Yeah.
As I said, she took a back seat to a lot of what Sol Ruca accomplished last year.
Yes, but my question is, where do you see this performance in Zaria making a name for herself now? Because this was a breakout performance for her.
I
You'd have
agree.
to,
She
like I
should have.
said,
Yeah. Go ahead.
you'd have to build her up and make her this dominant female. Just showcase her strength and just have her just go out and beat somebody up every week.
Yeah, I feel that the story obviously has to make sense. You got to build. Not only do you have to build her back up, but you got to completely break her to build her back up. So maybe have a couple more matches where she just can't get it together. She seems off because she lost to Ruca, and have a complete 180 epiphany kind of thing of, hey, why am I worried about what I was when I was with her? I'm me. I need to worry about me. And then have her get back on that track of, now we're building, and keep building until she becomes the most dominant woman in NXT, holding a title or whatever, to get her onto the main roster as this dominant force. But yeah, I think she needs to completely have a breakdown. Complete, like, from this point, couple matches, lose, breakdown, and have an epiphany of, ooh, I get it. It's not about her. It's about me. And then have her put the pieces of who she is without, like, take those Sol Ruca pieces out and put herself back together. That's what you got to do.
See that, and I think if Tatum Paxley successfully defends and retrieves back her North American Championship against Blake Monroe tonight,
Okay.
I think you can really go to that, because who's more capable of helping you find out who you are than Tatum Paxley, who at multiple times was someone who challenged herself, then also realized who she was. And it's almost like Tatum Paxley is now in a shell that she is comfortable in, and Zaria might be in a shell where she has to figure it out. But that travel to a dark side, knowing that that's not what Zaria is, but she might be thinking a similar path, like, I think that could be a very great atmosphere. And then that's why I would say that Jacy
Okay.
Jayne be the one that steps up into that NXT women's title role alongside Lola Vice. And yes, we know Kendall Gray is right there, but
Yeah.
I mean, as we said in the match with Carmelo and Sami Zayn yesterday, yes, she can say, "Oh, Lola, you haven't yet to beat me, so you're not definitive in my eyes."
Yeah.
It was her job to win the match definitively on Tuesday. She did not. She won it in a very, very difficult way, because so did like, you won the match, you lost the match. She also had a job to do, and that was to win tonight, and she did not win. So this is not a story about her losing.
Yeah.
It's about her not winning. So I don't know.
Exactly.
I'm very intrigued with how the women division is going to shape up post Stand and Deliver.
It's, from what I'm seeing, it's going to be intense. How they're gonna play these roles and these parts out in the next, what, 2 weeks between now and Mania and beyond. Like, yeah, this is gonna be awesome to watch.
Well, we see what's coming up next here for Stand and Deliver, but since you got a little bit of time on your hands, audience, I say, well, why don't you go to turnbucklestudios.org one more time? But this time hit /shop. And you go and you take this time to search on what your favorite show is, and maybe buy a t-shirt, maybe buy a backpack, maybe a pillow. The choices are endless. So let me show you what all is available on our Red Bubble powered Turnbuckle Studio shop.
The Turnbuckle Studios store is open for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Get the merch and represent the best from the shows you watch on a weekly basis. Multiple styles to choose from with over 10 products available. Don't get left out and pick up all your favorites today. Find us at turnbucklestudios.org.
Once again, that website is turnbucklestudios.org. You can see that right at the bottom. We put it very largely for you. But if you want to hit /shop, that would be taken right down below. That is your direct link to our beautiful shop. It looks like we got ourselves the Men's North American Championship up next as Johnny Gargano takes on Myles Bourne.
Yeah, we talk about wrestlers rebuilding themselves. Johnny Gargano is definitely one of those guys right now after having lost basically everything he ever had in DIY, in losing Axiom's mask, in losing the tag titles over the last year. We've seen Johnny Gargano do this bounce back on NXT, and it's been actually pretty cool to see.
Yeah, I thought he was a member of SmackDown. That's why I was like, oh, what's he doing here?
He is. Candice LeRae got him involved in the number one contenders match.
Okay.
Just as a way to like get him into a championship, and figured if he wasn't getting himself like excited here, the one place that he was always excited was NXT. So his wife, Candice LeRae, put in a favor and got him a spot in that match.
Okay.
Where all she had to do was push Johnny Gargano onto his opponent to get the 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, this has all been a part of Candice trying to get Gargano out of that slump that he's been in.
Well, good for her. Looking out for her man. Does Gargano win this match, you think? Or
No.
No, I didn't think
No,
so.
I need to see more. I want to see Myles Bourne more with the North American title myself.
I do think what we're going to see is Johnny Gargano have a match where brings him back out of his shell. He gets back on track. Maybe you go a little old school and do one of those amazing dusty finishes to where he does think he wins and he believes he's a champion again. And then
there you go.
They can go back and there you go.
Is this not the gentleman that is dating Stephanie Valcaire?
Correct.
Yep.
Okay. I've never been able to put a face to the name.
It's easy. Just think of what a Randy Orton Jr. That's what he's always been known as. He's always the guy that looks.
Yeah. He has that body style and whatnot. Yeah, he does look like Randy Orton.
once again, Johnny Gargano does give up the size in this matchup, and you can even make the argument that he might not be the speediest one in this matchup.
He looks so confused. Like,
you see the quick whip and snap headlock takeover.
Yeah, the one thing that amazes me about Myles Bourne is, as we all know, he's deaf, and it still amazes me as to how he's able to communicate with what's going on in the ring while still being deaf. That amazes me.
I don't think he's fully deaf.
he's hearing impaired, yes. But yeah, again, I don't think he's completely deaf. Oh, he was playing possum.
That's right. We're live from the factory in St. Louis. I do believe that they were there before, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so.
But this venue and like the presentation we see, this screams a TNA production too, in a way. So with that big screen in the back and then that ramp that equals out to the ring.
Yeah. And only being able to see so far into the crowd. And it's all blacked out. Oh. Wow, what a move that was. Ouch. Holy. What an Irish whip into the corner. Yep, that's Orton. Orton Jr. right there.
It's a RKO JR.
Right?
No, it's actually quite crazy to see how much similarities there are between Myles Bourne and Randy Orton. And even just the fluid between their like moves and the lack of real wasted motion.
Yes. He's not doing anything just to do it. He's doing it because there's a point. Wow, what a backbreaker. I love the crowd behind it chanting Johnny Wrestling. Getting behind Gargano here. Oh, nice sidestep by Gargano.
Well, for a second, I thought Candace was handing Johnny something.
I thought she handed him brass knucks, to be honest. Oh, cameraman almost got taken out. Wow, dude. This is intense. Holy. Oh, he was looking to really hyperextend that elbow on that one. Nice counter. Oh. Oh, nasty kick to the face. I mean, wow.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past Gargano to do whatever it takes to become the North American title or champion. I mean,
Holy. Hope these guys paid for those front row seats that you got taken from a fan. And they went right into the front row almost. Holy. This Gargano, though, the guy, when he's into the match, he's into the match. Like, he'll give you everything. Oh! Flowers. That was close. Oof. Wow.
And to think we still have 2 more matches after this. Still have
What?
that women's North American match, and then also that fatal 4-way for the men's NXT title.
I forgot all about those matches. These matches are so good, dude. Holy.
If I'm not mistaken, didn't Santana and Trick Williams fight in this building once?
Yes.
I think so.
And I want to say that was an NXT show, but it could very well have been a TNA one.
Nice suplex.
Oh, no. Yeah, because I remember I think Jesper Troy was also in that show as well.
Oh, what a... Yeah, my neck hurts already. Wow. I love that Candice LeRae's out there just losing her mind trying to get her man into this match and back on some kind of footing to get his career back together. Oh no. Holy cow! What a close
no, I got to
line.
imagine. I got to imagine if Gargano does lose this match, he goes right back into that slump he was in.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I don't think a win or a loss really affects. I don't think that was what it's intended. I think knowing that you still have it in you to be one of the very best inside the ropes, I think that's probably the story that Johnny Gargano needs.
Mm-hmm.
So we see Johnny Gargano taking a page out of his friend Tommaso Ciampa's book.
Oh. Holy cow, I thought that was 3 boys.
That's not just won him
Holy.
championships in the past. That has won him that same North American championship in the past.
Yep.
Whoa. Bourne countered it again. Oh. My goodness, guys. This is insane. Come on, Gargano, get to the ropes.
Oh, he's reaching for Candace.
Yeah.
Well, if he reaches Candace, the hold still is broken because he does reach the rope in that underneath that area, which is still designed for a break.
Mm-mm.
Yep.
Oh! Oh, come on! Oh, and he's still kicked out. Whoa.
Rolled out of that pin right into his submission.
Oh, look how stretched that shoulder is. Good job, Gargano. Make him tap.
But old Myles Bourne has to twist his body, and he can roll Johnny Gargano up very easily. Those long limbs.
Right?
And that's something we've seen before out of these kinds of submissions.
Look how white the elbow to his fingers was when he let go of that hold. Wow. Like no blood in his elbow down. Oh, Gargano's getting that look in his eye, boys.
So looking for
think
that
it means
DDT
trouble.
on the.
Whew. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. Come on, Gargano. Wow, what a shot to the jaw.
That was like a slingshot backbreaker or something.
Ah,
You mean backcracker?
Myles
But
Bourne.
Myles Bourne has retained.
barely. Like,
Well, it's a
I
good
would
win
give
for Myles
Gargano-
Bourne, though.
pardon me?
It's a real good win for Myles Bourne.
No, congratulations to him for sure.
Yeah, I think this match was more or less designed to get Myles Bourne over just that little bit more.
I mean, I definitely think Myles Bourne can very well be on the main roster within the next year or two.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if Randy Orton's doing that stable, I mean, Myles Bourne could be a guy that fits right in there.
Oh, he calls that the Bourne again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's basically the zigzag, though. At least it looks like it.
A little bit. Oh, that's nice. He just thanked Johnny Gargano. Oh, what in the world?
Dion Lennox of Dark State smashes the back of Myles Bourne with a steel chair.
Just teeing
Wow.
off on him with those punches, though. Dion Lennox is making a statement here, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Well, we now know what's next for Myles Bourne, and that is some retaliation.
Yep. No question. What's next? That.
So Ruca is being interviewed by Sarah Schreiber, saying Zaria has been her hardest match yet.
Wow. There is no mixing words on NXT, is there? Like, wow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because now we know where Sol Ruca is going, and we know where Izzy Dame is going next.
I figured as much. But up next, we do have the NXT Women's North American Championship. So as we're watching a 2K package and then their promo pack, how about you check out our weekly calendar? And that's right. What I didn't say last time is that it doesn't contain the PLE Patrol, which will be back in 2 weeks' time for night 1 of WrestleMania, because it's on a weekly show. But it does get every one of our shows out there. And if you want to go to turnbucklestudios.org/shows, you can check out with a click of a button the latest episodic shows. So check it out and let us know which one your favorite is.
Turnbuckle Studios and the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program bring you the week of streams. All times are in Eastern Time. Monday nights you get the Locker Room Breakdown at 7 p.m., followed by the Raw Patrol at 8 p.m. Tuesday brings you the flagship show, Turnbuckle Talk, at 8:05 p.m. Wednesday we play games with the PlayStation Showcase at 8 p.m. Thursday we go TNA as we brace for Impact at 9 p.m. On Fridays, join us for the SmackDown Security Detail at 8 p.m. The weekend brings you Saturday Night Gaming at 8 p.m. On Sunday, be sure to catch the Chris Parrish podcast at 12:15 p.m. And later that night, we have the Borsnest at 8 p.m. Be part of the shows and join the chat every day. And please visit turnbucklestudios.org.
Once again, that is turnbucklestudios.org/shows. If you want to hit that, you can get a direct view, not only to what we bring to you every week, but also a direct view to the latest episodic show of all shows. And that even includes the PLE Patrol. So if by chance you're missing this, or you catch a little late and you want to go back and check out everything that we have done, you can. All you have to do is go to turnbucklestudios.org/shows.
Yep. It's weird seeing your champion on NXT and not on TNA. Because I've seen him on TNA for so long that I kind of got used to having him there. And now he's over here. And it's like, I'm waiting for him to bust out the TNA merch. or the heavyweight title or something. But no, it's Joe Hendry is NXT right now. That's cool.
Well,
And good for him.
It was actually funny because when TNA was actually in Edmonton last year, did the meet
Yes.
and greet, and one of the guys was Joe Hendry, and I told him flat out, and I was like, look, you don't have to let me know I am a wrestler. I'm one of those fans where I wanted to be a surprise, but after what we saw tonight, it looks very much like the rumors of you going to WWE is true. And if that's the case, I just want to say congratulations because you earned it, and it is amazing to see what you've done for yourself
Right.
and for your brand, and just getting to that viral standpoint and all the success he's had. He's definitely someone that, I mean, I would love to see him and somebody like a Matt Cardona do something with each other.
Yeah.
I hear Shawn Michaels music. Is he coming back out? Or
No,
was that
they
just
were.
I mean,
They were doing a commercial for a documentary on him that's coming to Peacock.
okay. What a view of a city right there, eh?
no, St. Louis is an amazing city.
Blake Monroe,
Yeah, we got the
And
match
women's
I'm looking forward to tonight.
North American champion.
Yeah, Tatum Paxley defends her North American Championship against Blake Monroe.
Yes. You might be a little confused by that, Bubba, as we see Blake Monroe with the North American Championship.
I was like,
And that is because she stole the title away from Tatum Paxley and will not give it back.
oh, that old move. I love that.
Yeah,
That's such a heel move.
Now let's not forget Blake Monroe was a former North American champion. She lost the title to Thea Hale, who then lost it to Izzy or to Izzy or to Tatum Paxley, who then lost it to Izzy Dane, and then to Izzy Dane, and then
Then yeah.
Izzy Dane lost it to Tatum Paxley, and then this is where we're at.
Okay.
But
Wow. She's playing the whole psycho haunted ghost lady. Cool.
yeah, this is what Tatum Paxley has been for a while.
yeah.
She's now embraced this, opposed to being. Kind of felt like she was different for being what she was.
I'm not upset about this because what's the point of just following everybody else and being the same as everybody else?
Well, and
When
it
you
works.
stand out.
It works in this too because you got the glamour of Blake Monroe, you got all the pretty light or the pretty face, the bright lights, all that, and then Tatum Paxley she represents
Complete
kind of that
opposite.
other side.
Yeah.
It's like that beautiful disaster.
Yeah, this is awesome. I like this. I will say though, if Tatum Pax's character on WWE 2K25 is the same as the real version, we're in for a hell of a match.
Oh yeah.
Well, you do know
And
the
let's
video
not
game
forget that-
rating is based off the real life person, right?
I
I
mean,
was hoping so.
and let's
Go
not
ahead,
forget that it was Izzy Dame who basically brought Tatum Paxley this darkness about her, because when she was with Izzy Dame, Tatum Paxley was just trying to look for some sort of acceptance, and when Izzy Dame turned her back on her, that's when we saw this version of Tatum Paxley that we've got now.
Well, this Tatum Paxley did exist when she was teaming with Gigi Dolan last year at Stand and Deliver.
Mm-hmm.
It's just one of those things where I don't think it was featured as well because, again, that match was on the pre-show.
Oh,
But it was that feud with Izzy Dane and that partnership that really brought more people into understanding the character of Tatum Paxley.
She's like, okay, give it back now.
Yeah, I saw
Whoa.
that coming.
Okay.
The way I view Tatum Paxley too is she's kind of like a modern day Daphne.
I'll just say this. Think of her as Daphne's daughter.
Yep.
What kind of move is this? Holy.
It's called stretch all them limbs. That's what
I
I would
believe-
call it.
I believe Nikki Cross does the same thing.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's a neat submission. So all you could see was the veins starting to pop in the forehead of Monroe there. Holy, that was cool. Whoa. So do we see Tatum retaining this title, or does Monroe?
That's
Take
where
the
I'm
bet.
stuck on. I think this is the most stuck I'm on a match
Mm-hmm.
because I can see Blake becoming a champion and maybe having this continue for a little bit. And then maybe Blake wins the title, but it's Tatum who steals it away. And then maybe we finish that off with a ladder match.
Oh,
To crown like an undisputed North American title champion.
Or you steal something from back in the heydays. I mean, Shawn Michaels once had a bogus Intercontinental Championship. Why don't we have a bogus North American Championship?
that was a cool storyline too, back in the day of those two walking around with their own titles and I'm the real one. No, I'm the real one. That would be cool to see them do it
Yeah.
with these two young ladies right now, given
Back
how
then.
much they want the titles.
And back then it was Sean only claimed he was the Intercontinental Champion because he never lost it. However, Jack Tunney stripped him of the title.
Yeah, but I mean, technically, he never lost it in a match.
Mhm.
So I see where he's coming from. I wouldn't be upset about them doing that with these two. Like you were saying, Parrish, that would be cool. Oh, what a stomp to the heart. Oh, that's going to dislocate your shoulder. Ooh.
I mean, I kind of look at this as like WrestleMania as well, in the sense of this is the larger show for NXT, but it doesn't mean that everything has to come to an end at Stand and Deliver. In fact,
No.
stories could just get started and really just kind of take a shape. It's almost think of like an important chapter, like it's a cliffhanger, if you will, from like the first movie to the second. Like it's
Yeah.
And to be fair, there have been feuds that we see go through WrestleMania. So
I hope this is one of those that they continue for a little bit yet. Because from what little bit I've gathered on this story that they're telling right now, there's so much more that could be told. Like Parrish, like you said, they could have this whole feud with, I'm the real champion. No, I'm the real champion. I got the real title. Blah blah. Both back and forth. Like, you could go a little while with that story with these two. I think.
yeah, and to also give you a little bit of understanding with Blake Monroe, she's had segments where it's almost like the glamour is a separate character too. So it's almost like she has the two personalities.
Oh wow. Okay.
It's like there's Blake Monroe and then there's the glamour. And that's why she has the black with the pink split in half. And it's actually funny because these two are a little bit more alike than maybe they like to admit.
Yes.
Like Tatum Paxley has this, I belong in the black, but I always look towards the white. And I always wish, why can't I ever be more in the white? And then she finally understands that no, being in the black is okay. So
Yeah.
you have that contrast going there. Whereas Blake Monroe, she almost gets to the point where she reaches these heights, and then she almost feels that maybe she's not herself in the moment.
Okay.
Like it's very intriguing. It's like, if you really think about it, if you remember Britney Spears when she was doing that Toxic and then that Star music video, and that
Yes. Yeah.
where she was battling like her own demons, like internal demons, where like famous Britney was different from real life Britney,
Yes.
and that turned her crazy. Almost think the same thing here in a weird way.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. Yeah, no, I guess. Again, and I've said this on many occasions on different programs, two sides of the same coin. These two women.
That's what I enjoy about Blake Monroe too. Is she is all glitz and glamour, but when that bell rings, she'll get violent with you if she has to.
It's like Jekyll and Hyde. Jekyll and Hyde.
Mm-hmm.
You hear a ding or something, and it turns you into that evil, like, I will mess you up person. Which, if it works for her, let you do it. Like, you're putting on a hell of a match right now.
It's kind of like Batman meets Dexter, or even Two-Face meet Dexter. Kind
Okay.
of thing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that's spot on there, Parrish.
Oh, nice sling blade.
Actually, maybe not Dexter, because Dexter is a little different, but in that split personality form, it's kind of where I was.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think anybody kind of goes out and...
Yeah, no, I get it.
Neither one really goes out to knowing that they're going to viciously do something.
It just kicks her back down. Wow. Ooh, what a kick. Right to the heart. Oh, she's just laughing now. That's awesome. Wow.
Damn.
Wow.
Just that kick to the ear there.
Holy. Mm. That's a kick to the head. She's taking too long, though. Are we going to get... Oh, my goodness. Oh! Hey, that's a different way to
Suplexing
roll
her
through
across
those.
the ring. Oh, I thought she was going for a perfect plex there.
Oh. That's what I like about Tatum Paxley, is there's just a different offense that she has. It's a little bit more unorthodox, but it's also very effective. But it's what I feel helps her stand out.
Yeah. Oh, what a headbutt.
I think the only thing I would change about Tatum Paxley is her finisher, because I'm not sure if I'm a fan of it.
Wow. Okay, that was crazy.
Like, imagine if like Paige came back and she like managed a group with these two.
Oh my goodness. That would be epic. What in the world? No way. Power bomb to the outside. Come on. Like, she's out.
I think if Tatum Paxley was maybe 5 years before her time, she might have given you a second guess of maybe putting Nikki Cross in that Wyatt 6.
Yep.
Whoa. Whoa. Yeah. I could see that. Uh-oh.
And honestly, too, I think that if Blair Davenport had stuck around in WWE, I think her and Tatum Paxley could have made a great tag team as well.
There it is. The turnbuckles being a charade for North American Championship title shot.
How did she kick out of that?
That's exactly what Blake Monroe's asking right now.
Because a
Wow.
lot of people would say Tatum Paxley already had scrambled eggs and she might have made an omelet with that title shot. And there you go. Might have put everything back together inside that head.
I love it. It was already scrambled. She just straightened it out.
Yeah. Like I said, beautiful disaster.
Ooh, that was close. Oh, nice DDT.
Oh, I thought Blake Monroe had it.
Cemetery Drive. What a name for a move. Way to go, Tatum Paxley. Wow. I agree with that kid right there.
We talked about Myles Bourne barely retaining. Tatum Paxley barely retained there.
Wow.
I have a feeling we might see like a fatal 4-way on Tuesday or maybe a multi women's match to see who's going to face Lola Vice for her championship. Why not add Blake Monroe and Kendall Gray into that match with Sol Ruca and Izzy Dane?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll vote yes for that one. Jeez.
And there you have
That
it.
was
Tatum Paxley retaining her championship.
And getting her belt back, too, in the process.
Now we have Dark State in there. saying how they need to make more statements. Well, Dark State is putting Dion Lennox in a position to say, look, we started, we agreed we were equal. It's not about Dion Lennox all the time.
All right, guys, I got to step away for just a second. I will be right back.
All right. But I think this is a great time for all of us to get that opportunity to fill up our drinks, maybe get a snack. And if you want a chance, go to turnbucklestudios.org right now and go to /join or even /shop, because we're going to play you those final 2 advertisements right now as we have a fatal 4-way match for the NXT title as our main event, and you want to make sure that you are prepared. So please go to turnbucklestudios.org right now, /shop/join. And we'll see if you want to either buy some stuff or you want to help us with stuff. Both options are very valid.
A Turnbuckle affiliation program is looking for more people. If you have passion level for pro wrestling, sports, videos, games, or something else, then Turnbuckle Studios is the place to be. If you have ever wanted to pursue content creation and want to join our team, then we would love to have you. Check out turnbucklestudios.org or contact us by email today, because your future is now, and we want you to tap in.
The Turnbuckle Studios store is open for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Get the merch and represent the best from the shows you watch on a weekly basis. Multiple styles to choose from with over 10 products available. Don't get left out and pick up all your favorites today. Find us at turnbucklestudios.org.
And while you're there, make sure you're going to /shop. That is the official link of Turnbuckle Studios and the official link of our beautiful red powered bubbled merchandise store. That's right. If you want to buy whatever it is, whether you want to rep wearing a t-shirt, it's hoodie, or even rep with a phone case, pillow, or even a backpack, turnbucklestudios.org/shop is the place to be. And let us know who your favorite or what your favorite show is and who you're repping. As well as if you want to go to turnbucklestudios.org/join. That is the place to go to if you're watching us and you're like, I like what you're doing. I feel I can bring something to the team. Well, this is your calling card. Go to turnbucklestudios.org/join, fill out that application, and let us know how you can help us, because today it might just be the perfect day to tap in.
Great. I got a little girl to tuck into bed. I will be right back.
All right.
As we're getting ready for the main event, this show has gone by really fast.
It is. I mean, NXT is not a long show. I mean, their pay-per-views are usually 2 to 2.5 hours long, so that's always a good thing. We might go a little longer here, but that is just okay. It was 6 matches. You know, we're going to get a full show.
Mm-hmm.
But we do have that fatal 4-way match for the championship. Joe Hendry does defend his NXT title against Tony D'Angelo, against Ricky Saints, against All Ego Ethan Page. And it is quite funny because Ethan Page and Ricky Saints did face off against each other last year at Stand and Deliver, but it was for the North American Championship. Now they're kind of on the same side, but as Ricky Saints even said, just because they want the same thing doesn't mean they can't support each other in the process. So it'll be very interesting to see their dynamic, not only in this match, but what happens when it comes down to the two of them. Who's going to take that first shot? Because we know that Tony D'Angelo doesn't care who he has to punch in the face. He just wants to punch people in the face. And then Joe Hendry needs to take every opportunity he can to hold on to that championship. Also, I do want to let everybody know that in 2 weeks' time, the PLE Patrol is back with Night 1 of WrestleMania. It's going to be a hell of a show, and you don't want to miss any of the action. So if you want to swing by and you want to catch the action with us, the Turnbuckle Studios platform, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Kick account are the places to be. So check back later as we will have more information about start times and all of that.
As right now, it looks like we got Jelly Roll sharing one of his favorite WrestleMania moments, that being Hogan and Rock from WrestleMania 18.
Yeah, that's
which
still...
I'm sure if OMD were here, I was going to say, which I'm sure if OMD were here, he'd remind us that he was there live for that.
And I still would have liked to see that match be the match that was put in the Hall of Fame. I think that's a very meaningful match and almost a match you never thought would have actually ever been a thing. As Tatum Paxley's coming back, we got Hank and Tank and the members of that opening match, and then this leads into a Vanity Project backstage.
And Blake Monroe.
Vanity Project and Blake Monroe are going to go do something about the situation.
Well, I mean, the Vanity Project did encounter or come across Blake Monroe last Tuesday and offered their services. But Blake Monroe, I can't remember if she turned them down or not.
She kind of brushed it off and kind of left it open.
Yeah.
But now you have to look at things have changed. The Vanity Project are winners in tonight's event, while Blake Monroe is not so much a winner. But I don't dislike that direction.
I think it's a direction that actually makes sense for all four of them, to be honest with you.
I think somebody who could have worked in a female role there is actually Kendall Gray. She does fit the mold of kind of what it is a little bit, but at the same time, you kind of lose out on that true classic babyface.
Mm-hmm.
And let's not forget the Vanity Project are in cahoots with Ethan Page and Ricky Saints. So one member of the Vanity Project will not win. That is a guarantee. But in this match, could there be two?
as we are looking at, sure, there's a friendship between Ethan Page and Ricky Saints, but there's also been a lot of dissension between the two of them over the last little while as well. But the one thing I'm happy to see about this match is Tony D'Angelo finally getting his moment in the spotlight in the main event. Like, I feel like he's deserved for some time now.
Yeah, and I think obviously the story with him and Stax had to come to an end at some point, and the family really came down because of it. We also know that injuries and makeovers kind of happened to the rest of the faction there, but the question was really where did Tony G or where was Tony D going from there? There's a lot of talks and rumors that he was going to go up and become a member of the Vision. That was definitely a hot topic back then, and it ended up being Austin Theory being that masked man. And then we saw Tony D'Angelo return, and it was kind of him who's taken a completely new approach to everything and really redefined himself. And he's kind of like a lone wolf now. Question I kind of ask is, this is the match where you want to see Tony D'Angelo win, or would you rather see him get it on a true one-on-one match?
See, I think that's why I'm picking Tony to win this match, is because I do want to see him with the belt. I'm also a fan of like seeing wrestlers who have never held a title finally win the big one. And we've seen Ricky Saints do that. We've seen Ethan Page do that. Joe Hendry has done it as well. So that's why I'm leaning towards Tony D to take the win on this one.
Bam. I am back.
Well, just in time as Tony D'Angelo is making his way out.
I see this.
New theme, new look, new Tony.
This is for
the NXT Championship. This is the main event of the evening.
Okay.
It's Tony D'Angelo versus Ricky Saints versus All Ego Ethan Page versus NXT Champion Joe Hendry.
Who wins?
I'm going to go with Hendry retaining his title.
Okay, Mr. Best.
The man we're looking at on the screen. I've been saying it all night. Tony D'Angelo takes the win. And as I was stating to Parrish, so I'll tell you too, Bubba, I'm just a fan of seeing a wrestler who has not held a major championship win the big one. We've seen Ethan Page do it. We've seen Ricky Saints do it. Joe Hendry has done it. That's part of the reason why I want to see Tony D take the win here tonight.
You know what? That is some good logic. I like that. Someone who hasn't held the title yet, let's put it on them.
Mm-hmm.
But I also, I'm going to say, I want All Ego Ethan Page to get this title tonight.
I'm also factoring in the work that Tony D has put in the years that he's been in NXT as well.
Okay. So he's basically the veteran in this match, so to speak.
The veteran if you're going based on NXT experience, but if we're going pro wrestling experience, your vet is Ethan Page.
Yeah. One of the greatest Canadians to ever grace the squared circle, as far as I'm concerned.
Coming out with Canadian flags flapping around him.
I mean, no ego involved in that, right?
Not at all. Now, I will say, I think we're going to see Ricky Saints and Ethan Page almost cancel each other out in this match at some point. And I really do think we're going to see kind of that become a direction post Stand and Deliver.
Okay.
And I have a feeling we're going to see this match kind of get down between Hendry and D'Angelo.
Okay.
Because what I was saying before, the Vanity Project actually do have two more other members. That is Ricky Saints and Ethan Page. They were the ones who kind of brought them up almost.
Okay.
And it'll be very interesting to see kind of what happens there. Will there be some fireworks between Saints and Page? I know, Bubba. It ain't no Sexy Red singing. I'm sorry.
Getting a headache. And his name is Booker T.
Another reason why I can't wait for Joe Hendry to go to the main roster, so I don't have to listen to Booker T sing his theme song.
Oh no, just to despite you, when Joe Hendry goes up, so will Booker T.
Yeah, he's gonna, because you said
Probably.
that. Say his
I mean,
name
they do
and
bring
he
Booker.
appears.
They
We
do bring
believe in
Booker up
Booker T.
they do bring Booker up and around when one announcer can't do a show.
God, Mike Rome just looks like the cover to the video game Buzz.
He does, doesn't he?
Look it up, people. It's the hair.
It's a game I haven't thought about in years, though.
I was hoping he was going to drop that whole thing when he came to WWE.
The what?
That little movie does.
Well, that's his signature,
Ah.
dude. It'd be like Ethan Page dropping that when he came to
It would be
WWE.
good, too.
Or Joe Hendry dropping that little turn he does when he comes to the ring.
He's held that title for 60 days now. That's cool. It's not bad. All right.
Yeah, Joe Hendry won that vacated championship match. That's how he became your NXT champion.
Oh, wow.
Because remember, Oba relinquished the title as soon, or when he won it, back from Ricky Saints.
Oh, hi, puppy. It was just funny that they completely ignored Tony there for a minute. I was like, I don't know if you want to do that. Pretty big
But it
boy.
was a smart move by Tony just to hang back and let them beat up on Joe Hendry.
Oh,
Well, this is a standoff between an Indy and an Audi, and if you understand me, you understand me.
whoa.
Joe Hendry just cleaning house right now.
Wow. Ricky's face was just beet red.
I was gonna say his face was almost going purple there with how long he was upside down.
Now, one of the biggest difference between the way Joe Hendry trains and a lot of other people do is he trains a lot more powerlifting when it comes to his training. And that's why he's able to have those long lasting lifts.
That makes sense.
It's also why he's able to lift like a wrestler like Ricky Saints from an awkward position into that stalling suplex.
Wow. It was a shot. Holy. This is something I didn't expect, though. Paige and Starks working together.
Well, they've been promoting doing this whole thing where they're best friends and they're going to be in this match to support one another.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. But at what point does it come down to who's going to take the pinfall? That's the question on my mind in this matchup between these two.
I mean, they're both so egotistical. They could make a great tag team. In all reality. Oh, what a style.
Now I know that this is unlikely, but imagine if both Ethan Page and Ricky Saints pinned and got
Like
the
this?
win. Yeah. well, minus the arguing.
That's too funny.
But imagine if they both got the pin and they both did like a co NXT champion sort of thing.
I mean, if there's ever a situation to do a male version of LA Cool, this might be it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, jeez, what a move that was. You just, I mean, why would you do that? I love it. Absolutely love it.
That's why I think over time we're going to see that be an issue for them opposed to something that helps out.
That's an awkward stunner. What? How? Like, we can't even both pit them together. Like, this, not. What? Yeah. Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, as the announcer said, Ethan Page does hold a pinfall victory over Joe Hendry, so
Okay.
he's the
Yeah.
only one in the match
Yeah, it
who
was
has
back
one.
when it was back. It was at Battleground a couple of years ago, wasn't it?
What?
No, it was just a couple weeks back.
Yeah, but didn't they also? Yeah, but I was saying they had a match too a couple of years ago where when Ethan Page was the NXT champion and Joe Hendry stepped in and challenged him.
Yeah, but he defeated him in a tag team match earlier in the year.
Mm.
That was awesome. Whoa. Holy.
And out of all that
Tony
action,
did
kind of
it.
forgot about Tony D.
That's a little attitude adjustment right there from Joe Hendry.
That was picture perfect. We shall say. Oh, he's hulking up.
They're like,
Oh, wow.
It was kind of like a standing natural selection there.
That was cool. Wow. That was a huge back body drop.
and you see how he's different than a lot of people. A lot of people will go and actually push onto the upper thighs and lift him up. He puts the arm in front of the body and throws him more of a judo throw.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, he just shifted those stairs 3 feet at least with that shoulder. Holy.
Those things slid.
Oh, now planting them up against the commentator table.
You can hear Booker T, back it up. Someone's going to get hurt. Back it up. Wow. The twisted grin. That's hilarious.
And keep in mind, just like in the triple threat match earlier, there's no disqualification in this match either.
Oh! Wow.
I don't think I've ever seen Joe Hendry do that.
Oh, I've seen him do. That's like a staple in his matches, man.
Oh, he was doing that constantly in TNA.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I forgot he could do it. Uh-oh.
Yeah, like he cleared that top rope.
Yeah, his good old cannonball.
I mean, the move would not be what it was if he doesn't.
It'd be a cannon flop.
It'd be a
Yeah.
the flop from heaven.
Nice double suplex right there.
Oh, yeah.
Like you said, the way Joe Hendry trains, it makes that believable. Oh, a little Hurricane Rana. Again, another move I forgot Joe Hendry could do. Oh, no way.
And the thing about Joe
Ricky
Hendry
Saint's
too,
face.
and the thing about Joe Hendry too, and I've heard him say this a few times, is if a wrestler came up and asked him, "Hey, can you do this move?" If Joe Hendry didn't know it, he'd be like, "Okay, let me try it," and then he'd do it. You know, like he's just a naturally gifted athlete.
Well, if you want to talk about gifted athletes, understand that when that NXT 2.0 started, so did Tony D'Angelo's in-ring wrestling career.
Yep.
That is how little Tony D'Angelo has been in this business, but you would not begin to tell based on what you see.
No.
No, the way Tony D'Angelo wrestles, I swear he's been around like 20 years, but no, he's only been around a handful of years.
I thought he was around from the beginning, to be honest. The way he
No.
wrestles. Wow. What power. Oh, my goodness. Right into a German suplex.
Yeah, he just took to wrestling easy. That's what it is with Tony.
Oof. Henry just saved that. Hi, baby. Oh, another one. Wow.
Speared Joe Hendry out of his boots there.
Really? Wow. I mean, it's all legal. Whoa. Oh, right on the chair.
Oh,
I keep forgetting there's other people in the match.
Even
Like
Page
you
of all
forget-
people breaks up the pin.
That almost got Booker T. Oh, what a slap. Holy.
Well, it was just a matter of time before these two came to blows.
Like, just straight up pub fight brawl right there. Oh, we caught the chair and the steel steps. Oh, my God. That was intense.
Well,
Through
looks
the
like Saints
cover of
might be
the...
going through that table.
I think Paige is going through the table. Booker T's just like, bro, are you really going to do... Whoa. Saints almost fell off. Oh, my goodness.
Or both
Never
of them
would
are
have
going to
called
go
that.
for.
What's better than one people going through the chair? How about three people going through the table?
Yep. Never would have called it.
Oh,
Okay,
ring crew just got
capitalize.
easier.
Let's go.
And all this time, Joe Hendry was able to catch himself.
Ooh, nice spear. That was nice. Whoa, dead to rights. Holy cow.
And the man
Good
I
call.
picked, the man I picked has won the title.
Good call.
Yeah, and
And he
Joe
picked,
Hendry is cursing you right now because you went against him.
Yep.
I know, right? Because the last time I went with Joe Hendry, he did win the NXT title. But I also think that there's bigger things ahead for Joe Hendry, and I think that's a main roster move.
Wow. What a show.
I think you honestly can just about call up every one member of this match.
Wouldn't surprise me if at next year's Stand and Deliver, we're all sitting here talking about how these guys made the move to the main roster.
I mean, you laugh, but it was a thing. Last year's
I-
Stand and Deliver main event is in
Yep.
WrestleMania this year.
Yeah.
I know that's why I'm laughing. Because, like, how true of words could that be right now, right? That was a hellacious spear, though, through that table. Woo!
But just to give everybody a refresher of the results, we saw Lola Vice becoming a new NXT Women's Champion as she pinned Jacy Jayne in that match. We also saw the Vanity Project retain their tag team titles against Los Americanos. We saw Ruca defeat Zaria, and we also saw Tatum Paxley defeat Blake Monroe to retain her North American Championship, as well as Myles Bourne defeating Johnny Gargano to retain his. And then Tony D'Angelo now becoming the new NXT champion. But we still see Joe Hendry in the ring.
Wow.
Question is this one of those things where we wait till after the credits?
Right?
No, it's
Doesn't
a fade to
appear
black
to
with the
be
red
so.
end.
Yeah, they're done.
So that is the show, everyone. Before we go and give up what we thought about the show, I am going to say, as Turnbuckle Studios lately, we've been trying to raid people at the end of our shows just to get the name out there and help support. We're going to go and support a friend of mine called the Chainsaw. So we'll go and say hi and let him know that Turnbuckle Studios sent you. He does like to play some 2K26 occasionally. So big wrestling fan. At one point, he was actually in the same stable as me.
Nice.
In wrestling. So
Nice.
we are going to be rating out to him in just a few seconds. So go say hi. But Best, your thoughts on the show and what stood out to you?
I mean, they call it Stand and Deliver for a reason. This show did stand and it did deliver. I'm very interested to see where we're going afterwards with Tatum Paxley, with now our new champion Tony D'Angelo. I'm very curious to see if there's going to be a feud between Ethan Page and Ricky Saints that's going to start out of this. I got to say, this Tuesday is probably going to be must see TV for me for sure.
Yeah. And Bubba Duke, your thoughts on Stand and Deliver? I know you said earlier that you don't get to watch a lot of NXT, but now that you've seen their number one PLE of the year, what are your thoughts?
The thought I have right now is, whoa, that was epic. I had goosebumps and my hair standing up all through the entire pay-per-view. From the bell of match one, the women absolutely set the bar. As far as I'm concerned, the first match, they set it like super high, like almost astronomical to try to obtain that kind of height for the next match. But they did. They kept building and building. I'm interested in storylines in NXT now. what's going to happen with Lola Vice? What's going to happen with the women's North American title? Who's going after that next? Even the NXT men's heavyweight title with Tony D'Angelo. This is the third time I've ever seen him wrestle. First time in this new character. Absolutely stood out and deserved that title. As do the other three men that were in that match. Really, I couldn't pick one if I had to, but I had to, so I picked who I picked. Yes, Ethan Page and Saints, I would love to either see them two have a little feud and then say they're better together as a tag team and head to the main roster and revise that Raw tag team division, because they need something, and those two guys, I think, could do it. Again, can just say thank you for having me here. It was a blast.
Yes, we are back with the PLE Patrol in 2 weeks' time for night 1 of WrestleMania, and you definitely don't want to miss that. Lastly, I loved what about this is just getting to see all the major stories really come together, and this is one of those PLEs for NXT where we had 6 matches. 6 matches got more than enough time to tell their story. It was a lot of fun. You're getting to see just the new crop of what NXT is going to become in the next year or two. And then we're also seeing the final appearance of some superstars before they go up to a Raw or a SmackDown. So it's just fun watching the evolution of talent in NXT, but at Stand and Deliver, it's really where you see just how ready some are and just how fun that future is going to be. But right down below, you are seeing turnbucklestudios.org/host. That is the best way to get to our socials. That's right. Every member of the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program, including our own newest member, Logan Thompson, you can check out their socials all on turnbucklestudios.org/host. And Bubba Duke, I am going to ask you to send us out of the night.
You're asking me?
Yeah,
wow. I'm just gonna keep it simple. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming to enjoy this great product of NXT with us. For the other guys, my name is Bubba Duke. We love you. Until next time. Peace.
Tired of being pushed around and not